everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can make a stream overlay with Photoshop. This is really easy to do, so just follow along and just follow with the tutorial and let's get started. You can use any version of Photoshop, so just go open up Photoshop, go to File, New, and a window will appear right here. You want to make the width 1280 and the height 720, but if you make 1080p videos, you would make it 1920 and the height 1080. But if you're recording 720p, this is what you want. Make the background contents transparent, then press OK, and now you'll get a canvas like this. So what you need to do is get the paint bucket tool right here, so just click on that, make it a light shade of black like that, press OK, and click on the canvas anywhere to fill it up. And once you have done that, you need to go to Google and type in Black Ops 3 gameplay or whatever gameplay you want. So I just have this image here, I just got the first one. So right click, save image as, and you could save it to wherever you want. Now I'm going to go back into Photoshop, go to File, Place, and you can place that image in. So there it is, and hit place. Hit the check mark. And if it is a little too small, you can resize it by going to Control T, hold Shift and move it up and down. Make sure you're holding Shift. So once you have resized it to what you want to decrease the opacity to about 10%. So like that, just make it 10 or 5%, really doesn't matter. So now we have some gameplay in the background, so we can just see how our stream overlay would look like if we were playing a game or something like that. So you can always delete this later if you want, but I'm just going to keep it and see how the stream overlay would look like. So you need to add in some rulers, so Control R to bring up these rulers here, and you can just take the top and it'll snap into the middle. It'll like snap in the middle like that. So it'll move your mouse to snap in the middle. So once you have rulers, just Control H to bring up the rulers and it'll show right there. Okay, so once you have done that, you can go into the sides and snap it in the middle. So I'm just gonna get some maybe up here and some down here. Why not? And Control R to get rid of those rulers, and Control H or Control semicolon to show or hide the rulers like that. Okay, now we're actually going to start making the stream overlay or video overlay, whatever you want to call it. So you want to go to the pen tool right here, so just click on that. Make sure you create a new layer, so just create a new layer. And just hold Control Alt and use the scroll wheel to scroll in or out. So to scroll in if you want. I'm just going to scroll in a little bit. That looks good. So make sure you're holding Shift, so just click. Make sure you're holding Shift, and I'm gonna make it coming like a trapezoid, like that, and then over here, and then over here, and then over here, and then connect it just like that, and then just right click, fill path, click on the color here, and make it a black like that, sort of a black like that. Just press OK, and press OK, and then right click, delete path, and there you go. Now you're probably wondering, you want it on the other side too, so just Control J to duplicate it, Control T, and then right click, and then flip horizontal, so click on that, hold Shift, and just bring it to the side, so it should snap in the middle like that, and hit the check mark. And I'm gonna hide the rulers to see, and there you go, looks good. So we're gonna merge them, so just click on the very top one, hold Control to click on both of them while holding Control, and Control E to merge them, and there you go. And if you move it around, it's one piece. So just Control Z, I'm gonna undo that, and there you go. But if you want it stretched to the whole screen, just Control T, and bring out the sides like that. But I don't really like that. I don't really like that style. So I'm just gonna have it like that. I might bring it out just a little bit, maybe. Just a little. Why not? Okay. So it looks good. I'm gonna bring up the rulers by Control H again. So I'm just gonna bring up the rulers. So that looks really good. Now I'm going to create another new layer, so just click this thing right here, like a paper next to a trash can, to create a new layer. Make sure you have the pen tool selected, and now we're going to add in a little bit more shapes to make it look better. So make sure, just make sure you have your rulers on, and make sure you have the pen tool. And I'm gonna click right here, and then let's see, I'm gonna click right here, and then maybe like right here. I'm gonna connect it, oops, and then just connect it by clicking the beginning point. So right click, fill path. You can make any shape. I just decided to do with a triangle like that. So click on the color here, click color, and you can change it to a color of your choice. So for this, I'll probably go with a red, maybe like a dark red, and then press OK, and then press OK. Right click, delete path, and there you go. But I don't really like that, so I'm gonna put it behind the black part, like that, so it's behind the black part. It looks a little bit, I don't know, weird, I guess. So I'm just gonna move it in, maybe. Okay, that looks good. And it is a little thick right here, so I'm going to get the pen tool. Make sure you have that layer selected. Click, click, and click, and go back to the beginning point. Right click, make selection, press OK. Get the eraser tool and just erase that part. Control D to deselect, and there you go. Just going to make it a little bigger. Yeah, that looks good. And I hit the check mark, and there you go. You got a little shape right there. So it really takes time. Just see what looks good. So if this is a long tutorial, so we're gonna duplicate it. So Control J, Control T, right click, flip horizontal, hold shift, and bring it to the other side. So right there, and press the check mark. And I'm gonna hide the rulers, and yeah, that looks really good so far. So it looks good. Now we're gonna add in, it looks kind of dull, so we're gonna make it, pop a little more. But first things first, just hold control and click on both the layers. Control E to merge them, so now they're merged. Now create a new layer, get the paintbrush tool right here. I'm just gonna make the normal brush, so just make the hardness 0, like that. Use the bracket keys on your keyboard to resize the brush. So I'm gonna make it about this big. Alright, and just make the color white, so completely white. Press OK, and just click on certain parts like that, and do the same for the other side. So just click on random parts, and then change the blend mode right here to overlay. So click overlay, and decrease the opacity to about 60%. We'll do 60. Okay. So there you go. It looks really good. It kind of looks weird, so I'm going to erase some parts a little bit on it. So just make the hardness all the way down, just the normal eraser, and just maybe click on some parts on the sides right here. So just click on the parts. So there you go. It looks a lot better. So here's the before and here's the after. It makes it look a lot better, and I really like it. So I'm gonna add in some blending options. So right click, blending options, give it an inner shadow, make the opacity to about 75%, make it black, press OK. Let's see, okay, it doesn't really seem to do anything. Alright, there, put the blend mode to normal. So I'm gonna change the angle maybe to about right here. Let's see, okay, so I got my angle. I just put -13. So just put the size to about 15%, and put the choke to about 5, and just decrease the opacity to about 35. Press OK, and there you go. It looks a lot better. Once you have done that, I'm going to add in my logo. So go to File, Place, and then place in your logo. So I'm going to place that. Just hold Shift to resize it. I'm going to make it quite small, and just put it in the middle. So I'm going to bring up the rulers, Control H to bring up the rulers. Put it, I actually have to place again. So file, place, where is it? Okay, place, hold shift, bring it down, put it right here, check mark, put it in front of everything, and there you go. I'm gonna make it a little bigger, so Control T, hold shift, and make it bigger. There you go. It looks good. So there you go, you got your logo in there. If you want to add text, it's pretty much the exact same thing. Just go to the text tool and add in your text, and yeah, it's just really easy. So I'm gonna add some effects. So blending options, right click blending options, drop shadow, click on that, make the opacity to about 75, angle 90, put the spread to about 5 and the size to about it's really up to you, maybe 13 looks good. Give it a gradient overlay, change it to overlay, and put it to about 30%, and then press OK, and there you go. The logo looks better. I'm gonna add in some more shapes to it just to make it look better, because this does look really dull and plain. So create a new layer and get the pen tool, and we're gonna bring out the rulers, Control H, and scroll in more. Alright, right here. I'm gonna add in another shape, so maybe up here. Alright, that looks good right there. So right click, fill path, and then make it white, so just press white. I'm gonna do white for this. White probably looks the best, so right click, delete path, and there you go. You got your shape, whatever. So I'm not really sure where to put this. It's really up to you, maybe like right here. I'm just gonna go fast for this tutorial, so if it does look bad, you probably know why. So Control J to duplicate it, Control T, right click, flip horizontal, and bring it to the other side, but make sure you're holding shift. I'm just gonna put it over here and hit the check mark, and there you go. So right click on that layer. Actually, we're gonna merge them. So hold Control, click on both of the layers, Control E to merge them. So right click, blending options, give it a drop shadow, and just copy down these settings. I want to increase the size to about 20 or 15. Press OK, and there you go. Looks a lot better. And there you go. Now you can add in some text. So maybe like, I'm just gonna type in my name, I guess. I'm gonna change the font to Nexa Bold. So I'm just gonna make it Nexa Bold and decrease the size. I'm just gonna make this lowercase and then lowercase. I'm gonna put it like maybe over here. And there you go. Like, you can add in your social media icon right there, and then your name next to it. So that's pretty much the steps to make it. It's really easy to do. But one thing, the black part, I'm going to add in some effects to it. So you want to right click on it, blending options, gradient overlay, and then change the blend mode to normal, and bring the opacity to about I don't know, maybe like 7 looks good. Press OK, and there you go. Looks a lot better. It has a gradient. So that's pretty much how you make a stream overlay. If you guys did enjoy this video, and if it did help you out, be sure to give this video a like. Sorry I haven't uploaded a video in a while. More videos will be out soon. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to give it a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video.